Studios. It's Thursday, like I told you. I had a special guest joining me in the studio tonight. So I'm with the one and only, the magical, the talented singer-songwriter, Lydia Caesar. Lydia, how are you doing? Welcome back to the city.
I'm so good. I'm happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
It's always good seeing you. You know, I respect the craftsmanship of what you do on that stage. So it's nothing like having you bless the studio and come and just kick it with tonight.
You know I respect what you do too. What we do ain't easy.
Hey, what we do is a very, 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 very hard job. I gotta ask you though, like, what's it like being back in St. Louis?
Man, I love St. Louis. St. Louis, so I'm from Queens, for anybody who
Facts.
doesn't know, born and raised. I will rep Hollis, Queens till the day I die.
Hey.
And then second, I will rep St. Louis right after it. And I love this, like the small townness of St. Louis. It's just like, kind of like, you know, that song that goes where sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name.
Yeah, cheers. Right?
Yes, that's how St. Louis feels. It just feels like, you know, I lived here for 8 years and like I built a life here and like so many friends and I just feel like home when I come here.
So because you feel like home when you come here, do you always take a piece of home with you when you leave?
Absolutely.
Where you at now?
I'm in Atlanta.
Okay, so.
And I'm finding my way to making ATL home. Okay, it's a little more challenging than Queens, because Queens is home, and then St. Louis was really easy to make home. Atlanta is a different beast, but I'm gonna tackle it too.
I feel like I really got this thing, especially with you being from New York, because they used to always say, if you could make it in New York, you could make it anywhere. Man. And then I was like, if you can make it in St. Louis, you can make it anywhere.
And I said that too, literally when I got here, because you will be blowing the roof off, standing on your head singing, and St. Louis will be like,
interesting, right?
just looking at you. And then after the show, they'll be like, you were dope. And I'd be like, was I? Was I dope? I wasn't sure in the moment because y'all had me nervous for a second because y'all don't give too much.
The validation that come with this, it's almost like you don't have to beg for like accolades or credit because you gonna get what you deserve.
That's right.
If you sharpening your blade.
That's right.
That's the one thing I do love about performing in St. Louis or for like a home.
They not gonna just give it to you.
They not. You gotta work for it.
And
it make it a little bit more special when you do see
them
how much you can really push yourself to your limits. Yes. Or like, hold up, this ain't impressive.
Right.
Let me
do something else. Let me step it up a notch.
So I want to ask you, how long have you been performing? Like not just as Lydia Caesar, but just in general. How long have you been singing?
Yeah,
and songwriting?
I guess I've been performing kind of my whole life. See, so I'm a PK. Okay. So I grew up in the pulpit, right? I didn't view it as a stage because it was more like ministry. You know, and that's how it's taught to you when you grow up in the church, and this isn't about you. This is about God.
Right.
This is God's gift through you, and it's about Him, right? So I never had that perspective of it as like, I'm a performer, but little did I know that was kind of like molding me into a performer, right? Because even if that's not how it's viewed at church, like it's viewed as ministry, you still up there performing. And if you sound bad, you'll know.
The Spirit gonna let you know, right? The Spirit gonna tell you.
You gonna find out that, okay, maybe this isn't what I'm supposed to be doing. So I learned at a young age that I did have a gift through ministry. And then that trickled into school. So in elementary school, I auditioned for a play and they were blown away like, oh my God, she could sing now. And church is a little bit different because so many people can sing.
Right.
But at school, I was like,
an anomaly.
Yes, literally. And they would all tell each other like, listen to her sing. And I remember like going on like a school tour singing Mariah Carey Hero for every kid that sing Mariah Carey Hero, and I was singing. Everyone would get so happy. And I think that's when I realized it was something special. Because it made people so happy that I could do this thing that I just knew how to do.
See, with music opening that many doors for you, unbeknownst to you, like just opportunity after opportunity, all because you got a gift. Do you see that as like the vehicle that you were kind of like needed to actually like leave New York and kind of just start
Move
traveling?
around?
Yeah, or
No.
was it something about being in New York that kind of gave you that confidence that you could do it?
See, being in New York was, I guess it was like, a lot of people in New York are performers. They move to New York to perform. It's a performing city.
Right.
So I kind of took for granted the space that I was in. It just was what it was.
Got you.
Right? When I moved, and I didn't want to move, I moved to St. Louis for love. It had nothing to do with work
That's
at
what we all
all.
here for. Right. That's what we all here for.
So my husband is from here, and I moved here because he got a job working at EI at the time, Extreme Institute, a college for recording.
Wayne was doing engineering.
He's an engineer, and he's an engineer educator.
Gotcha.
So he got the job teaching at the school, and so I was like, I'm not trying to move to St. Louis. I was like, what's in St. Louis? I said to him, like, what is there to do there?
Says every New Yorker.
And he was like, St. Louis is, he's low key for St. Louis is popping.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't think it is, because I don't really know nothing about it. Like, other than Nelly, I'm like, I know Nelly.
Right.
And that's literally my only perspective on St. Louis. So I was a little discouraged leaving New York to come here, but I did say, I developed a motto when I got here: bloom where you're planted. And I said, I saw it on like a, one of those little knickknacks.
Yeah,
that'd be it.
Keychain.
Something cheesy.
Yeah.
And I was like, and I was at like I think I was at like my doctor's appointment, and it was on a wall on some little silly picture, and I was like, it spoke deeply to me.
Yeah.
Like, wow. Bloom where you're planted. Like, Lydia, if you are this star, if you're this dope, then you can bloom in this small town, really. Like, you can pop off out here.
Absolutely.
Get to work.
Right.
That was like God telling me, like, okay, work then. If you think you're too good for St. Louis, show me.
Look, this the show me state.
Literally.
And I have to remind artists that you kind of know how I get down, like with the spoken word and the poetry. I push so many artists to like, yo, get on that stage and speak your mind, speak your truth, release whatever it is that you got, because somebody gonna connect to it. Whether you think you're not the only one that has these stars. You're not the only one. Somebody gonna give you 5 stars on that Yelp review if you just post it. You never know until you say it.
Truly.
So it's like how you said, of course I could come to a city like this and bloom if I'm seeing everybody around me booming.
And that's something that really took me by surprise when I got here. I was like, wow, St. Louis is full of talent. I was like, yo, like for real? So many talented people here. And I got straight to work. Like, I started to like just I Googled talent agencies in St. Louis. This is when I first got here. I didn't know anybody. I didn't even know where to start, And I immediately got booked with a band called Vote for Pedro. And we did like the whole like casino and like wedding band and all that circuit. And I just started to meet people and really just flourish here.
So with all of this flourishing, I gotta ask you, what's going on this weekend? I need to know what's happening this weekend. Let the people know what you got.
I will be at the City Winery for my headlining debut at the City Winery. Pull up on me.
Pull up on me.
So I got the full band, and I'm also releasing a new single. It's called The Greatest Love Story Ever Told.
Okay.
That is coming out on the same day, so you could actually pre-save that right now.
Okay. So
I'll be performing that as tons of songs. I'm doing like a whole 90-minute set. I have Drea vocals opening. My girl, love Drea, love her, and I have Maxa on the ones and twos. She's doing her own DJ set too.
Okay.
And we're actually doing like a DJ band battle. I don't know if that's been done yet, but I'm doing it.
We doing it.
We doing it.
So
it's gonna be a very entertaining evening.
And where can the people find you at on Instagram?
They can find me at Miss Caesar, at Miss Caesar. You could also go to everythinglydia.com.
Okay.
And that you can get to all my socials from there. You can get tickets for the show there. You can pre-save the single there. It's a one-stop shop for Everything Lydia. Everythinglydia.com.
I appreciate you joining us in the studio. Thank you for taking some time to stop by. Definitely gonna check out the show this week.
Please.
Hope to see you Friday, killing it like you always do. I caught you at the dark room. I caught you at music.
You did. You be catching
check out
me.
Lydia. I'll be catching her on stage, ripping it down. Thank you for coming out tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Y'all keep it live right here. Don't go anywhere. It's ITV Network.